These messages include, quote, "I'll finish the job that Phillips started," and "My knife is sharper than Phillips." So real douchey assholes. DeVille
They're the
recently
same
lost...
people who were putting Ku Klux Klan and beheadings up on the...
Probably. As we discussed earlier, Sonya Deville lost the Loser Leaves WWE match to Mandy Rose at SummerSlam this past Sunday. It's believed she's going to be taking some time away from the company, but there's no word yet on how long that will be. As we previously mentioned last week, the match was originally scheduled to be a hair versus hair match, but it was reported via the Wrestling Observer that Deville's lawyers didn't want her showing up to hearings with a different look or anything like that. And that makes sense. She needs to look professional, and with everything going on, that probably makes sense. And it's probably good for her to take some time away.
Well, that and they don't want the world to see her without hair, so when she goes into witness protection and shaves her head, nobody knows what she looks like anymore.
There you go, Pasty. There you go. So just more assholeian shit. These people need to stop. Stop threatening celebrities. Stop being assholes. Stop being douches. This poor woman, I feel so bad for her. It's just fucked. They're just fucking up her whole life.
Well, Fat Mac, the fuckery's not over yet.
No, it's not.
Armando Alejandro Montevallo. God, sounds like he'd hang out with the guy.
I think they're friends.
The WWE fan who was shot outside the Performance Center in 2015 was denied bail earlier this week. Montalvo, who has continued to post videos of his bizarre behavior outside the Performance Center since the shooting, was denied bail as he was originally out on bail when he was arrested again this past June. Montalvo was arrested on June 5th with charges of battery on law enforcement officer, trespassing on property after warning, and resisting officer with violence. Montalvo posted $2,750 bond and continued to harass talent at the Performance Center, even interacting with Lacey Evans and Dana Brooke on June 15th. While out on bond, he was arrested on June 22nd of this year for once again going to the Performance Center. Montalvo was charged with trespassing on property after warning. It was due to this arrest that he was denied bond. The court document read, "Here the defendant is not entitled to a bond in this cast as he was out on bond when he committed a new law violation. There is no set of conditions that the court could impose that would protect the safety of the community. It is therefore ordered and adjudged that the defendant's motion to set bail bond is denied." It's been deleted.
Delete.
If you remember, the original incident in 2015 came from a video showing Montalvo yelling into the facility, demanding to be trained so that he can be the best NXT wrestler of all time. He started flexing and yelling and banging on the doors. He stayed at the facility until police arrived 11 minutes later. After authorities arrived, Montalvo continued flexing and then flipped off police Stone Cold style before grabbing some rocks and charging at one of the officers before getting shot.
He's a winner.
Yeah. Wrestling fans are the best.
This motherfucker might just get an AEW contract. I don't know.
That's kind of like what the Elite did back.
Exactly. Remember when, was it Sammy Guevara drove the toy tank up or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just another just dumb fuck idiot.
They got Justin Roberts fired.
Yeah. Yeah, just another dumbass. Just another fucking dumbass. I do recommend, though, folks, if you haven't seen the video, look it up on YouTube. It is hilarious. I mean, you don't get to see a whole lot or nothing, but he's just a dumb dick. I do love, though, that he's just banging on the door demanding he be let in so that he can be the best NXT wrestler of all time.
Maybe Montalvo's the guy that runs the cult, and Philip A. Thomas II is just a member. Maybe they're Retribution.
That's what I was just going to say.
Holy shit!
They're the Retribution. That's exactly what I was just going to say.
It's fans. Angry fans taking back the company they love.
Right?
That is such a WWE thing to do.
What if the Klansmen and the beheadings weren't actually fans fucking up, but WWE planted them, and it's part of this whole fucking deal here? That's just awesome.
Oh man, the best part is it could be true.
And they definitely cannot change their names. They literally have to use Philip A. Thomas II and Armando Alejandro Montalvo.
Yep.
They have to. It's good shit. This is going to be the best storyline they've had in years.
Thank God Daniel Bryan's been writing this since 2015.
It's awesome. But again, dumb fuck. He's an ass.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see him on TV. Oh, Pasty, it was announced during NXT TakeOver that NXT UK would be resuming filming in the studios of BT Sport in London, England, with a comeback date set for September 17th. Paul Levesque discussed the venue change and the hashtag Speaking Out movement in an interview with Metro.uk.
Levesque.
Yes. He said, "It's an amazing facility. The intent is for us to be able to be in there long term and to be able to create this content. And I think if later down the line we get up to a place where fans can come in, obviously we'd be thrilled and excited." Now we know that several NXT UK superstars were named in the Speaking Out movement as taking part in misconduct. Triple H actually discussed the allegations somewhat. He said, "Part of this is why we started NXT UK in the first place, to professionalize and put the system into place where everyone can feel safe and protected and have a working environment that is inclusive of everyone and the opportunity to do what we do. Mm-hmm. We take every allegation very seriously, and you can refer back to our policy. It's zero tolerance for things of this matter.
Unless you're Velveteen Dream.
We look into it. We go from there to see what is legitimate, what is not, what is real, what isn't, and deal with it accordingly." So a very political statement.
Yes.
You know, I mean, definitely a copy and paste statement. And I love that he's like, "This is why we started NXT UK in the first place, to have a safe place to be." Well, yeah, but 50% of them were the ones doing
tame the
it.
savages.
It's like, come on, man. I don't know. At least he actually talked about it, discussed it. You know, I'm surprised.
Yeah, after he said,
didn't say much.
We didn't find anything with Velveteen Dream.
No.
I just don't. I like Velveteen Dream. I don't see him being so great that he's worth protecting.
Agree. I mean, you and I both love Velveteen Dream. He's a great personality.
It did piss me off pretty good at how much it looked like he could possibly win that ladder match.
Oh my gosh, I really thought it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And we've seen like his match with Adam Cole. I mean, he can put on amazing matches, but yeah, sometimes that's not what's important.
Right. But WWE knows what's important.
They do.
They do. As WWE attorneys filed their opposition to several trading marks filed by Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler on Tuesday, August 26th. The trademarks WWE opposed include Shatter Machine, Say Yeah, Top Guys, and hashtag FTRKO. And no flips, just fists. The opposition noted that each of the above names are not identified as wrestler intellectual property and were created by WWE. They were not created by WWE.
Did WWE really create hashtag FTRKO?
No, I think FTR and RKO came up with hashtag FTRKO.
Yeah.
Did they come up with Shatter Machine? I don't think so.
Well, yeah. I don't think either of those guys used it before they were in WWE.
And so what? Now nobody can call themselves the top guys in a company?
Can't be the top guys.
That's
can't say yeah.
That opposition.
Can't be the top guys. Can't say yeah. It happens. It's the way it is.
This is so petty. It's so fucking petty. Why?
I don't know. Well, remember, it wasn't very long ago where, actually, it's been quite a while ago now, but remember Gene Simmons tried to trademark the fucking rock-on hand signal, hand signal, whatever you want to call it.
Well, WWE ceased and desisted on the Too Sweet thing, and they haven't done it since.
I mean, I guess when it comes to long-term money, people are going to go for it.
But they got Cody Rhodes, too. He's going to be watching the trademarks and letting them know like a week before they're about to expire. Get on that shit, boys.
Oh, for sure.
Cody Rhodes will be on that shit.
He's good with his trademark.
That's his trademark.
Exactly. But Pacey, it isn't all bickering when it comes to trademark. We actually have some positive trademark news concerning WWE and AEW, where WWE and Chris Jericho have reached an agreement on various trademarks. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the two sides have reached a deal allowing Chris Jericho to use his name, the name Chris Jericho, but WWE will keep the rights to various other trademarks, including the term Y2J.
That's fine.
WWE, the order says, WWE agreed to give Chris Jericho the right to use the name in exchange for Jericho giving WWE the right to own the intellectual property of anything created created by either of them. Sorry. Jericho wouldn't be able to use the term Y2J or any of the trademarks of his other characters in WWE, per Dave Meltzer. He continued to speculate that this would mean Jericho is not able to use the Money in the Bank match concept. Jericho is said to have come up with the match idea while in WWE.
Yeah, he did say something about that on Dynamite, too. He said it was a ladder match that he came up with. He was very snide about it.
Right, yeah, that's when he talked about the Mimosa match.
Yeah.
But there's a million ways around it. So many other... I mean, first of all, a ladder match has been done forever.
Yeah.
And, AEW has done the Feast or Fired, which is basically the same thing.
Chris Jericho also said something about Drink It In on Dynamite this week, and I was like, oh, he's doing that. I thought he said he wasn't going to do any of the stuff he did in WWE. But the list even came back, didn't it? For a minute.
Maybe he won't be able to do those now. Actually, he won't be able to do them, at least from what we've read.
Yeah, if they came up with it in WWE, it should be...
Yep. So maybe he's just trying to get him in before he knew this was coming.
So now there's going to be an annual Mimosa Mayhem match to determine somebody who can cash in for the main championship at any time.
Right. The briefcase is in the pool of Mimosa. You gotta dive down.
But you don't want to go in there. That's weird. There's sharks in it. Fuck the shark cage, we'll get the sharks. Put them in the mimosas.
You lose the match, but the loser gets a briefcase that there's a 50% chance that there's a title in it.
It improves your ratings by 3.5 points.
Exactly. There's a briefcase in there, and in the briefcase are 3 bottles of mimosa.
You have to drink them while in the vat of mimosa.
Too much stuff, man. Too much stuff.
Your rankings improve 1 point per each bottle you finish before you come up for air. You can't drink and not breathe. It's not possible. I've tried it. Oh, boy. Where are we at? David Arquette, of course. David Arquette's documentary, You Cannot Kill David Arquette, is available on video on demand. Woo! You cannot kill David Arquette. Only David Arquette can kill David Arquette.
Correct.
The new film is the culmination of 2 years of work, but its roots go back 20 years ago when Arquette famously won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. The decision made by WCW, and not so much David, has been a polarizing topic since it happened. And now YCKDA chronicles the actor's return to wrestling and his shot at redeeming himself to the wrestling world. The doc covers a lot of ground, and it's much more than just a wrestling documentary, with Arquette sharing his personal struggles with anxiety and addiction as well. Once people see the film, Arquette says he hopes people can learn to just love themselves and chase your dreams no matter where they are. You know, most wrestlers have to wrestle for years before they get the drug addiction.
Right?
David Arquette had it beforehand.
Yeah, and I don't know about that chase your dreams no matter what they are, because I'm pretty sure that's what Philip A. Thomas II did. Yeah. And it didn't work out too great for him or anyone involved.
Dreams, not fantasies. If it's a fantasy, you should probably rein it in a little bit.
I will say, though, I've been excited for this DVD for